A ja, mi lahko prinese kdo en drug harmonij, joj, sem čisto pozabila, ta Bordeaux. V kleti je dol Bordeaux. Ja, ki je lažje zaigrati, kaj ta. Ja. Sicer čas lahko na tega igram, pa pol sam prestavim. Ta čas pa vi zvuč. Evo, zdaj je neki. Haribol. No, saj lahko začnem peti itak, ampak ni isti učink, kot če ima drugi mikrofon, imam lahko tudi jaz, da ne. Ja, tle bom jaz pela, če mi bo uspel. To za harmonije vse en, to sam da se malo slišle, da ne rabim s celim glasom peti. Haribola, se kaj sliš? Mačkana, ne, premal. Ja. Pa kje kdo to zna?
Evo ga majster. On je najbolj kvalificiran, on to na ših dela. Mogoče je treba še od spod kaj prižgati. Pod slušalko, kakšno mašino.
Haribol. No, dobro, bom začela pa. Dobar sem. Ok, ja, hvala. Malo višji, evo, ja, ok. Hare Krišna, Hare Krišna, Krišna Krišna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Krasen. Evo, ko ne se ti udolžim. Lažje je za mene. Je tak, ženski bi jaz rekla. Kaj v templu ga imajo? Jaz bi rekla, da je ženski, ker je ful manj tega, da glih ne, da ne umreš od pihanja, če nisi glih nabildal, a ne. Takole. Hare Krišna, Hare Krišna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Čakaj, tole bom dala, da se ne bo tamle. Ne, skozi se v to... Aha, okol. Na kakor bo, če bo. Malo se zafrkne. Dobre, hvala. A veš, kaj ga skozi butam, skozi. Dobre. To bi se mogla jaz prej naučiti, da bi mišli, pa bi pa to. Ok, ne gre, kakor je, veš, malo spancelansko. Dobre, hvala, zdaj pa res. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Panchatattva ki jai. Okay. Okay. 7 minut kratka. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krišna, Hare Krišna, Krišna Krišna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. कौन सा? There's a clue trap. There's a clue trap. Arrivo. Okay. Malo smeha je potrebno, a ne? Spoštovani dragi bakte, malo sem zadihana, ker sem pila, ampak vsem kljub temu dobrodošli na nedeljski Sunday Feast. So welcome to the Sunday Feast. Današnje predavanje bo imel Manidhar Prabhu, on je v zavesti Krišne od začetka 70-ih let, je učenec Šrila Prabhupade, je služil kot temple prezident, vodja menedžmenta, sankirtan vodja in sedaj tudi hodi okoli in pridiga. So I just told something about you, what was on your website, so yeah, that you are a disciple from Srila Prabhupada. You came to Krishna consciousness in 70s, the beginning of the 70s? 72, se pravi leta 72 je prišel. Potem je služil, you were temple president also, manager, sankirtan leader, and now you are preaching around also, right? Is that correct? Yes, okay. Se pravi, današnje predavanje bo naslov Šrila Prabhupada, kako bo rešil svet, kako reši svet, Srila Prabhupada rešuje svet. Se pravi, today's lecture will be, the title of today's lecture is Srila Prabhupada, Saving the World. Prevod? Okay. Prevod je urejen, dobite slušalke pri Dayal Chandra Prabhu, že imate, tako da. Ja, drugače je pa po rodu iz Češke. So, you are from Czech.
Yeah,
Czech. Born in Czech, but live in USA, no? Just met there.
Grew up in Germany.
Aha, okay. Se pravi, iz Češke zrastel je v Nemčiji, Prabhupada you meet in...
lived in Sweden.
Aha, je živel tudi na Švedskem, ja. Okay.
No, I'm just everywhere.
Okay. Se pravi, sedaj nadaljujemo. You can have lecture, please, thank you.
So, as the time is limited, how is it with the translation?
Yes, translation is available into Slovenian. They have
Is it
info.
needed?
Yeah.
It goes simultaneously?
So, yes, with earphones for the people who need it.
Oh, that's
Yes.
nice.
Technology is high here.
Who is translating?
Kdo pa Aha, Marcel. Bhakta Marcel.
Yeah? If I am too fast, you have to tell me, just, something like that. Sometimes the translator is laughing and the rest doesn't understand anything. So, there's a very limited time. So, the subject matter was Srila Prabhupada, the savior of the world, which is a subject matter personally I'm capable to talk until tomorrow morning, but I don't think this is very practical for you to sit that long here. So I will try to be brief It's very difficult. Because to describe Srila Prabhupada's personality and the way what he achieved in such a short time, it's unlimited. We are still discovering that. Actually, our lives, those who are sincerely practicing Krishna consciousness, become lives of discovery of Prabhupada's achievements, which are actually going on and on and on. It's like Srila Prabhupada set in motion an avalanche, avalanche, snow, avalanche of bhakti, which we don't know where this may go even. And Srila Prabhupada himself was amazed. This is happening to empowered personalities. Empowered personalities are discovering how they are empowered. They are dealing, especially when you are dealing with God, how do you want to estimate how empowered you can get? Because God is the unlimited source of knowledge, beauty, power, renunciation. Everything is there in God, but it's unlimited. So how we want to estimate how far the abilities and the influence of an empowered person can go. Now there are people empowered in this world right now for various purposes. Everybody is empowered. Without being empowered by Krishna, we cannot even breathe. We cannot even speak. I couldn't sit here, I couldn't speak, I couldn't live, I couldn't blink my eye without Krishna's permission. It's impossible. And this is what Krishna consciousness is about. It's an endless discovery of presence of God. And Krishna says himself in the Bhagavad Gita, everything is stated here. He says in the Bhagavad Gita that I cannot be discovered directly. God is not so cheap that we can go and say, hello, how are you today? Krishna says, I can be only discovered through my ambassador, the pure devotee. And the pure devotee himself, he is totally submerged in love of God, so much that it floats over. Usually love in a material world is a quite private affair. It's him and her, that's it. This is material love. I am yours and you are mine. And then it ends. Pretty limited concept actually. And besides that, try to own somebody. Good luck with that. People think, no, she's mine. Really? First of all, without discovering you are hers. I don't want to get into that. But who owns whom? So many dictators, so many empowered personalities try to own and control where they are today. They are all gone. We are sitting here in Slovenia. Well, it used to be Yugoslavia, so far I know. And before that, it was some part of Habsburg, I think, monarchy. And before that, it was something else. And before it was something else. And every time some idiot was sitting here singing, this is mine. Or in extended concept, this is ours. That's another foolishness. So, of course, this is a subject we can go forever. One illusion leads to another. But we want to praise the achievement of Srila Prabhupada, who managed somehow or other all these entirely illusioned people to come together for the real purpose. These designations and these identifications we assumed, they are all temporary. Everything can be changed. People can change passports, nationality, even religion. Yeah, why not? He was converted from this religion to that religion. But there is something which doesn't change, which is always permanent, forever. The word forever. At least Christians are sober enough to say on the wedding day, when they get married, they go, until the death parts you. That's realistic. At least some piece of reality is in this grand ocean of illusion. But, you know, because it's a fact. But there's something which is called forever. It always was there, always will be there. It is here right now. It will never change. And this is Krishna consciousness. To discover that is actually amazing. Because you become disconnected from anxiety. You know what anxiety comes from? That people want to have something permanent which is temporary. Of course you are in anxiety. You always go, I love you forever, well, maybe before the death parts us. You know, yeah. You know, we think, what a beautiful girl. I hope she will never change. Well, she will change, guarantee. And then the girl will think, the man is a bit stupid, but I will change him. Yeah, I will change him. I have mystic power, and they do have mystic power. But do they change him? Nah. They don't change one thing. He doesn't change, and she's changing. What a frustration. So this is like example. There are so many things around us which are constantly changing, constantly moving on. But we want to have something permanent. This is a bona fide desire. This is a real desire. We want to be full of knowledge, happy forever. Just imagine a political program like that. Vote for me. I will give you full knowledge, total happiness forever. That's a program. Well, that's Prabhupada's program. That's exactly his agenda. And in the presence of Srila Prabhupada, believe me or not, even completely unqualified and spiritually ignorant, we realize that immediately. That happens when you come together with pure devotee. Even few seconds in the presence of such a devotee brings such an instant realization to you. I saw personally a newspaper reporter coming to the temple to make photos of Prabhupada. He couldn't make them. He was crying because of love of Godhead. I saw the man standing behind the camera just like this. You end up seeing and doing things you never ever imagined this could ever happen. This happened in Srila Prabhupada's presence. I saw never-ending kirtans, especially the one in Bhaktivedanta Manor when he was last time present here in the West. That's a long story. I could tell you one story after another, but this is, whoever was present in that kirtan will never forget, never. And in fact, some got covered again, struggle, maya, illusion is very powerful. But the amazing thing is, whenever I meet somebody who was in presence of Prabhupada, regardless what he's doing now, they become completely enlightened that moment. Just by remembering Prabhupada. What to speak of being with him together? You know. I met somebody who was very close to Prabhupada, sitting in front of me with a beer bottle, half drunk. It can happen. Maya, illusion. When he spoke about Prabhupada, he was ecstatic. Even he was half drunk. It was, the memory was so powerful. I met a man in Vrindavan, completely normal man. He was never initiated. He was never a devotee, really. But he described to me how he helped Prabhupada. Prabhupada had something growing here from his cheek. So he said, I saved him. I took a hair from a horse tail and tied it up like this, so it dried out and fell off. Prabhupada was very grateful, willing, thank you very much. That was the only thing ever this man did. For Krishna, for Prabhupada, ever. When just this short saying, when he telling me this, the man was crying. It was an ecstasy. Because you have to understand, as we are all sitting here in these bodies, all kinds of bodies here, sitting here, these bodies are just cloth. It's just shell, just dress. Some people think, what a beautiful body. Well, that will first of all change. And second of all, really beautiful, look closer. Look more closer. You will discover that this beautiful person has a bad breath. Or it sweats. I don't want to go in detail. It's quite distasteful, actually. It's quite embarrassing, actually, to have these bags, they're being dragged around, and we paint them and we think, oh, this is beautiful. As one of my good brothers sarcastically commented, that's just because the fat is supposedly rightly placed. But the fat can move. Sometimes they are so frustrated, the fat is moving, they put some plastic inside. This is how illusion it is. And then, sorry, but we all have to die. Beautiful, not beautiful, plastic, not plastic, it's all finished. And we know that, people know that, but they want to talk about it. Let's not talk about this. Positive thinking. We have to think positively. Means we have to always plan how to enjoy it positively. No, material nature will force us to come to the negative part. Adi Buddhic, Adi Devik, Adi Atmic. This is the three kinds of miseries constantly pounding on us. From our own body, from other living entities, and from supernatural powers. Constantly, there's something going on. And we think, oh, I am okay. How long? Like we sit now here. I cannot even sit like this anymore. I used to sit like this. I cannot. It's just, the hydraulic is not working. Yeah? When I go and see people pick up things, I go, how does he do that? I used to go and going, whoop. Now I go, okay, this is stage number 1, grab it, and now we go to stage number 2, and then we turn around, okay. Young people don't know, what is this guy talking about? You just wait. It's coming. Suddenly walking becomes an issue. Yeah, let's have a walk. Okay, how we do that? Jumping, forget it. Yeah, not easy. Anyway, I don't want to be autobiographic, but I cannot complain too much. I'm living in a 74-year-old body, but it's quite okay. I can still... But I know, actually I cannot relate to 70-year-old people. They all look to me like, is he going to die today or what? But yeah, it can happen. Yeah. I have to remember myself, don't be funny. This is 70 years old, 74 years old, this box. It can collapse any minute. Don't be funny. Don't enjoy it too much. It's dying, okay? So, so I have to remember myself sometimes. But young people, they think, yeah, birth, old age, death, disease, it's a serious issue. But what has this to do with me? So many plans, so many ideas, so much time. Really? They always say he joined 72, Hare Krišna movement. For me, it's just like yesterday. They call me Senior Vaishnava. Senior what? I was millions of lifetimes spooking around in all kinds of 8,400,000 type of bodies. Now finally, by mercy of Prabhupada, I start to chant Hare Krišna. I'm not even mentioning how, but I'm chanting, okay. So, and then I'm a senior devotee. Really? Chanting since 54 years, that's nothing. I just started yesterday. you know. And I'm discovering, it's actually great, I started. It's only thanks to Prabhupada. How did he manage to do that? I had no plan to come to Krishna consciousness. I just was very, very frustrated, that's a fact. For me, life in a society was like visiting aquarium. You know, with the fish, they swim here and they swim there. I don't know why they swim here and there. One devotee explained to me why fish is always enthusiastic. You know why? They have no memory. So they swim in aquarium and they turn around and go, wow! And then they swim back again. And they turn around and they go, wow! And that's the reason they can do that. Otherwise, you would go crazy to be locked up in such a small box. But fish is thinking, wow, there's something going on here, wow, it's a real show. So for me, people were like that. Since I can remember, I watched and I observed people are going, why are they doing this? You know, Christmas. I said, yeah, who invented Christmas? It's nothing to do with Jesus, sorry, but Christmas, let's go shopping, you know. And then they have a Easter and all these kind of funny festivals they have. I was just in Split. The whole town is submerged in a Hajduk mantra, you know. It's the football team. Hajduk, Hajduk, Hajduk. I said, who invented that idiotic thing? 11 men running here and then back and forth kicking a ball. That's really intellectual activity, I have to say. It's really intellectually inspiring, isn't it? But thousands of people go there, pay money for this and go, hey! That's a really culture. And then I ask the football player, what do you think about the future of the world? Him? He goes, yes, no problem. We have to kick it. That's all. You know, that's his prognosis for the future of the world. People read this, people see these things. There's an ocean of stupidity around us, brainlessness, and and people know that even. They guess that. But nobody wants to get out of it. Nobody tries to make the little bit extra endeavor to actually, you know, see the world in a different way. We are not speaking about even changing the world, or we are not speaking even about leaving. Our concept, Prabhupada showed us, leaving means it can be done right now here. You can sit here and you can leave simultaneously. People think, what? How do you do that? No, Prabhupada showed us how to do that. It's a question of consciousness. You can see something with this consciousness or that consciousness. Somebody comes to Ljubljana, he's hungry. So what will he see in Ljubljana? Where are the restaurants? Are there the restaurants? Yeah, I'm hungry. Somebody is lusty, he goes, oh, Slovenian girls. That's the only thing he will see. You know, it's just a question of consciousness. And a devotee, he comes to Ljubljana and he goes, yeah, it's just another place, yeah, where they do the same thing like everywhere else. Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. Slovenian type or American type or German type. Same thing. It sounds different. People go on tourism. You know, thousands and thousands of fools are dashing for the Croatian coast. And what they do there? Well, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. And it's much more expensive as elsewhere, by the way. And they go, no, we are enjoying the ocean. How do you enjoy ocean? Can you relate to ocean? It's not a place for you. It's for fish. They are enjoying ocean. But people, what do you want to do in the ocean? You can go in the ocean going, I'm in the ocean. Well, you have to get out soon. Either you drown or you have to get out. It's not a place for you to be. Whenever I told even Croatian, I go very often to Croatia now, some or other, and I auto Croatian, but not in a tourist season, please, not this. Everything is jammed and everything is difficult, and the coastline especially. And what do I see? It's not very inspiring. They drive 1,000 kilometers down. And what they do? They lay there. They could lay at home the same way, you know. By the way, it's almost the same temperature. But they are just... In the middle of the day, they turn around. This is enjoyment. I find it extremely humiliating. You know, just have to lie there, please burn me, or I don't know what. This is ridiculous. And you have to put really the brain on holiday. Finished. No thinking. Of course you will think something. And that's the problem. They lie and enjoy, and then they remember, oh, my boss insulted me so much when I was leaving for holiday. When I come back, I will tell him, not like this. But the boss is gone. He's not there. You are in Croatia. You're supposed to be on holiday. No, the boss is with you. And you are agitated. Right away in the middle of the holiday, on the beach. So this is Maya. This is everywhere. It can go endlessly like that. So Prabhupada came and he showed us there is a completely another way to see this world. An old man arriving in America after 2 heart attacks and speaking to people who never heard anything like this before, showing them the feature, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, pictures they never saw before. I myself, when I saw first time picture of Krishna, first of all, I had a hard time to accommodate it could be a man, because it looks almost like a woman. Second of all, I asked the devotees, why is he blue? You know, and the devotee was good. We were all new. Those days, a senior Vaishnava, old devotee, was maybe 2 years in Krishna consciousness. That was a long time. So, but they were acting like they did it the whole life. It was amazing. And the devotee looked at me and said, well, why is he blue? Because he's God. He can be any color he wants. You want to tell him what kind of color he should have? And I said, yeah, he's right, actually. I cannot argue with that. If you are God, you can be any color you want. And Krishna is occasionally also other colors, yes. Other forms too. Why not? He's God. He can be anything. So then I start to go, okay, if this is really God and he looks like that, then he must see what I'm doing here. The only thing I want to show God, I will never go back to that nonsense existence I had before. No. That's finished. I burn all the bridges. That was actually the way those days we are joining. We just burn all the bridges behind and said, okay, now what? Let's see. If there is a God, he must see it. And very soon I realized he does see it. Yeah. Because I joined a group of people who had nothing. They slept on the floor. Nobody had anything. No money. No even position or something like what position. If you want to be a very special devotee, you have to know how to play Mridanga. Then you were really special. Outside of that, no. Everybody was doing the same. Eating the same, chanting the same, going out on Sankirtan, preaching the same. Everybody. So that was inspiring to me because I didn't meet people who were talking like this and doing like that. They were all talking and doing. Everything was one line. So, and that was inspiring. And what could I do? Well, the same. Otherwise I could go home. I had no home. So, I said, okay, then I will stay here. Whatever they do to me, I will stay here. But, and they were really inexperienced. I mean, young. Everybody was 18, 20 years old. So you can imagine the atmosphere, In Germany, oh my God, I'm not German. I'm born in Slavian country. I was the first Slavian bhakta they ever saw. Because it was communism, that was finished. By Krishna's mercy, my parents escaped and I could join in West Germany. But they didn't know what to do with me. Because German way of those days of joining and practicing Krishna consciousness was a little bit like a paramilitary troop, of previous German soldiers or something like that. It was heavy. It was really like joining an army, And for me, I was just, Slavian type, Hare Krišna, Krishna. And they were just looking at me and going, they thought I'm half female. And then how could I actually stay in such an association? Well, I had to do the same they were doing. Go out. Distribute books. Go. And Germany was not the Germany of today. They were completely unprepared for the Hare Krishna invasion. There was not this immigration thing. And Germany was celebrating the return back to the economy again. We are back again. And it was a country where many, many people still cried on Hitler's birthday. They still remember. And now we came. No hair, just to have no hair. What happened? Bedsheet. They're going, oh! People were calling police. There's a madman in a bedsheet on the street. And I tell you, Germans love to call police. So, was always police coming. There's a madman with no hair and a bedsheet on the street. This is how we preached. But I don't know. The mood was, we liked that. We were going, come on, yeah. It was, of course, youthful. It was passionate. It was challenging. But it was originally inspired by the supreme revolutionary. And that's Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, I was always a freedom lover. And whenever people start to do the same thing, I was not inspired to do the same, just follow blindly. Prabhupada said, I was always in a controversial leading position. We know it. He was affiliated with Gandhi movement, but ultimately, no. He didn't become a Gandhi follower. His spiritual master smashed all his Gandhi concepts. And Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, his spiritual master, he was so controversial that they were planning how to kill him. Because he was so proving that Krishna consciousness is not depending on your birth, not depending on a place even where you live. You can do it always, every time. Everybody can be Krishna conscious. That was a revolutionary thought. They didn't like him much for this. Whenever you find some person who really made an impact on this planet, usually they try to kill him, you know that? Prabhupada used the foremost example of Jesus Christ. What was the result of his preaching? They nailed him on a cross. They killed him. Prabhupada said, if the leaders of society would really understand what's in my books, they will kill me immediately. But Krishna is so nice. He just arranges for pure devotee. We are just the smiling Hare Krishnas, right? Prasadam, Ratayatra, Hari-o. You'll go, yeah, it's not so bad. In Germany, I know, in Germany, police is nowadays fighting who will have a service that day to watch over the Ratayatra procession. I spoke to them in Germany. One policeman told me, I was lucky. Today I'm a service. Hare Krishna procession. He said, just nicely organized. We don't have to do anything. We just stand here, you know. And then they are singing, dancing, and I get something nice to eat. That was his realization of the Ratayatra procession. Oh yeah, and he said something really profound. He said, and tomorrow in the same town, we have announced a demonstration of the Serbo-Croatian Independence Party. That means get on a horse, and get the gummi stick, because there will be guaranteed some beating and some conflict. But with Hare Krishna, just singing, dancing, and nice food. Good. He was very happy policeman. I said, yeah, that changed. In the times I was joining in Germany, it wouldn't be like that. No. You were just, I saw many German police stations. Became like my second home. You know. So, but you can see things can change. So we have actually very favorable atmosphere to preach. So we should do that. And if somebody wants to get Srila Prabhupada's mercy, you know, if he wants to realize more about Srila Prabhupada, go out and try to connect others to Krishna consciousness, because that's what he did. His whole life was ultimately about that. Prabhupada even died in a public light, which was never done before by other acharyas, by other, you know. They were always retreating for the last period of life and then they left the body. Prabhupada was open. Everybody could come and see. He completely gave himself up to us. And that's where you realized, that's the first person in my life who really loves me. I don't use that word very often, but when it comes to Prabhupada, you must use it. Because you are learning about a love you never saw before. Even people say, I love you, I love. I think they mean it, even sometimes. It's not like everybody is cheating. They mean it, I love you, but they don't know how to do that. In the material world, it's always connected to some condition, some expectation. I love you, but you must also love me like that. And I can love you if you are like that, like this, but if you are not like that, I don't love you anymore. For Prabhupada, there was no condition. There was no anymore. It was endless. To realize that when you meet a person like this, who has nothing really material to give in one sense, yeah, especially in the early days, but who really loves you with all what he has. You. And that's the beauty of Prabhupada's love. He loved you. And people think, by the way, I never used the word, even before I joined this movement. Well, some girl got very frustrated with that, but I never said I love you. Forget it. Because I was sensing this cheating. I don't even know you, and I'm saying I love you. Who is you? You don't know me, and you say I love you. Who is me? No, you imagine me. I imagine you. And then we find out, oh, the reality is very different. Divorce. Yeah, of course. Because nobody knows who he is even. How can you say I love you if you don't even know who the you is? But Prabhupada, his love was going through the material conditioning. And it was so unique, because Prabhupada told us, yes, we are not this body, okay? But simultaneously, Prabhupada dealt with us in such a dignified way, understanding even the nature of our body. We have different bodies, with different designs. And Prabhupada knew that. So therefore, so many people got attracted, because sometimes in the name of preaching, you turn out to be actually very discouraging. We are not this body, you fool! You know, look at this body! You know, who is you? No, that's completely wrong approach. Prabhupada look at you like, you got the right body to serve Krishna. And you suddenly realize, oh, it's not so useless as I thought, actually. I have a meaning. I have a value. I mean something. I could tell you stories. I joined actually a movement. This is a bit different like today. Today we still have some critical cases walking around, but I would say the preaching moved more to a, I would call it more dignified platform. When I joined, we had people coming. There was lots of drugs going around. Fortunately, I never took anything of that, but everybody else did. You know. So we had asocially, mentally, even physically, completely destroyed people walking in a door. Hare Krishna, I will stay here. I am the new Bhakta. Some cases were so critical that even devotees were very much accommodating. Yeah, come on, yeah, okay. You know, yeah, a little bit crazy, but don't worry, we are all crazy here. Come on, Hare Krishna, So it was actually like this kind of thing. But some of them were really critical cases. I remember we had one, we called him Bhakta Frankenstein. He looked just like scary. It's a long guy with the black eyes like this. He was going, Hare Krishna. And we told him, you can practice Krishna consciousness at home too, And he was going, no. Devotees tried to take him out of the temple. He was holding on a door frame, I remember, like this. And of course, what happened? They gave him to me. They told me, you are going on Sankirtan, distributing books, take him in a car and don't bring him back. So I put him in a car. He was like, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He was going, oh no. So I put him on the street, yes. And I gave him a bunch of magazines. I said, you go from here to there, don't go anywhere else. Just between these two shopping houses, you go like this. I am on the other side of the street. I'm watching you. And he was, and you go with the magazine like this, and when I stop, take it, then you say, we are monks, can you give a donation? And he was going, okay. And he did it. The first thing he did, he took the magazine, was going, hey! And he was like, He was going, I told you to distribute this magazine, not kill people with that. Okay. And he slowed down. And he always forgot everything. Then, and then he came back and said, I don't know anymore what to say. So I said, okay, if you don't know anything, you forget it, just chant Hare Krishna. He did that. I remember him standing next to the old lady. She had a magazine in her hand, and he forgot what to say. So he was going, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. And the lady looked at him like, what are you doing? And he was going, I am praying, so you take the magazine. And this was a nice lady. She said, well, if you are praying so much, then I have to take it. This kind of people I had on the street. After 1 month, 2 months, half a year, he became one of the foremost Sankirtan devotees in Germany. I saw amazing things happening. I had another one. We had another one. I could give you a whole stories of that. He couldn't even chant. He was going Hare, Hare, Hare. But he was very determined to chant his rounds. So he was going in a corner in a temple like this, so he could hear better. Like this. In those days, people could read in a newspaper how Hare Krishna sect is brainwashing people. So people came to the Sunday feast and they saw the guy, they're going, oh no, it's okay. That's what happens when you chant Hare Krishna. So again, the temple president came and he said, take him, don't bring him back. After 1 week, he started to chant quite normally, distributing books. And after 1 year of Sankirtan, he later on became the head pujari in Simhachalam in Germany temple. That can happen. He was still a little bit funny. Actually, devotees, Prabhupada said it himself. He said, in order to join Hare Krishna movement, you cannot be completely normal. Because if you are completely normal, then you see, why shall I join? It's all nice here, like anybody else. So you have to be a little bit, you must have some doubts and you must be a little bit different. One devotee, he said to Prabhupada, these kamis out there, these materialists, they are all crazy. Prabhupada said that. Prabhupada said, yes, but you are crazy too, just a little bit differently. So, so that Prabhupada was always bringing us to the point where we are. He didn't tolerate actually some artificial show. Because Krishna consciousness is a very natural process. And Prabhupada showed us, himself, by his example. He was so himself. If you saw Prabhupada, you said, how could I ever not be Krishna conscious? This is so nice. This is so normal. This is so natural. How could I never do that? Because Prabhupada was a completely... And his preaching was like this. He was not like, you must believe Krishna exists. He said, why don't you serve Krishna? And you think, well, you couldn't find a reason. He disarmed you completely by his completely natural way of practicing Krishna consciousness. And that's an example to follow. We have to become real devotees. And still we have our bodies and they are a little bit funny sometimes, yeah, we have to learn to tolerate that. It's like something will not change, okay? Like I try to really be different in terms of my body. Like Prabhupada said that we are training Brahminical people. Brahminical. I tried to be Brahminical a few times in my life, but the result was devotees look at me and ask me if I'm sick. Nobody believed me. So I realized, why am I doing this? I have my nature, the body has a certain nature. And Prabhupada said we cannot actually, Krishna never says in the Bhagavad Gita, you change the nature of the body. He says, no, you change your consciousness, how you operate the body and how you use it. Sometimes even devotees, they are engaged in so many discussions. When you suddenly go to the bottom of the whole thing, it's about the body. It's the body. But we are not this body. Now how can we meet outside of the body? By tolerating the different bodily expressions. Sometimes, yeah, people are different. Yeah? I can give you now a whole long lecture about that, how people misunderstand each other. Like some people, simple people, they see protection as dictatorship, as dictate. He tries to take my freedom away. Well, what kind of freedom anyway, to start with? Second of all, no, he tries to protect. It's like a child. When you try to protect, I remember very much my daughter, I was desperate. That's a parenthood. And as a parent, you end up with the desperate situations. So, so I tried to protect her. But she took it like he's attacking me. He's causing me a problem. He's not allowing me. He's limiting me. No. But later on, when you grow up, you realize, oh, that was about protection. Maybe it was not always the best way done, but the motivation was right. And this is how we can see devotees. What motivates them? And there are people who look like beautiful devotees, but they are very strangely motivated. And there are people who are not so, maybe not so looking like illustration to Chaitanya Charitamrita, but they have a right motivation. They are serious. They want to do everything for Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. And that should be the guideline. And then suddenly the world becomes more simple. You don't pay attention to some emotional impressions. Yeah. Because sometimes emotionally we see someone and we go, this is a strange guy. You know how many strange guys I saw turning out to be wonderful devotees? Quite few. Quite few. I just gave you examples, but and it's still going on. So you never know. So therefore preaching means we always give a chance. Let's become a devotee. And how do you become a devotee? Well, you must follow a devotee. And we have the wonderful example of Srila Prabhupada who showed us how many people he could attract to Krishna consciousness. How he understood our conditioning And simultaneously our constitutional position as being the eternal servants of Krishna. You know? Simultaneously. So there is no negation. One devotee in a morning walk, he told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, we are walking, it's all Maya here, it's all illusion, it's fun. Prabhupada got furious. The brahmachari was shocked. But Prabhupada, you said it's all Maya. Prabhupada said, I never said that. You don't listen. You don't listen what I am saying. I said, it's all Krishna's creation. How can you deny that? How can you reject it even? How can you renounce it? But I said, the attempt to enjoy this forever, that's Maya. I said, it's temporary. That's the only thing I said. Otherwise, it's temporarily manifest. Otherwise, it's all Krishna's creation. It's amazing. So let's use it as it is here. Let's use it for Krishna. And that is Krishna consciousness. It's a very essential and very deep point. There is no bhoga and tyaga in Krishna. Bhoga means I want to enjoy it, and tyaga is I renounce it all. There's nothing like this in Krishna consciousness. We can use practically everything for Krishna. So that's actually the difference. And this is what Prabhupada showed us. Now, I'm already overdoing. This is a very temple which has to be careful. I'm overdoing my time. I'm over time already. I apologize to the management. I will stop because I am 10 minutes over time. Yeah? I told them, we had a talk before I started, that I promised I will try to be disciplined because I didn't even start it. When you speak about Srila Prabhupada, I didn't even start it. I like Russia, you know why? I gave in Russia one lecture in the morning, starting 8 o'clock, and I finished 8 o'clock in the evening. That's Russia, you know. But they are really fanatics. We were eating, and and I was like, and nobody left. I was going, hey. It's middle of the day. Oh, spasibo. Question. You know, they can go for a whole day like this. You think, wow. Well, I don't care. I can go like this for a whole day too, you know. So I found it very nice, actually, but it happened only in Moscow. But I'm not evoking such an atmosphere. The managers will go crazy, and the pujaris too. So there's a program today. We are proceeding from one thing to another. I barely touched the ocean of glories of Srila Prabhupada. It's endless. What one person achieved to change lives of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. What one person achieved to change the whole atmosphere on the planet, we cannot imagine. There's an interesting hint, you find it on YouTube. Somebody did some very nice thing. He took Prabhupada's timeline. That means he took a globus, a map of the world, whole world, continents, and he took, year by year, followed Prabhupada, how he was traveling. It's just a line going, from one destination to the other. For this limited time of years, I think Prabhupada is circumambulating the globe like 20 times or 28 times. Just going on and on and on and on and on. The line goes like this around the whole world. Year after year, just... Old man on the verge of death. It's amazing. Nobody ever did this before him. And I don't know if somebody can do it after him. I think many of my good brothers will even agree, being now in rather advanced age, not easy. Traveling is very, very damaging because you are changing climate, you are changing diet, you are changing time zones. Sometimes Prabhupada flight so much, he missed the whole night because he followed the sun. So there was no night. Oh, Prabhupada just kept on going. Okay, no night, okay, here we go. Unbelievable. we missed one day, we sleep maybe a few hours less and we are already, where's the bed? I want to lay down. And Prabhupada just kept on rolling on. Such a power, such an energy. This is cannot be materially understood. So, but we can try. This is not the privilege of some Prabhupada disciple. No. You are connected to Prabhupada to the degree we follow Prabhupada. That's all. And those who do follow, and I derive inspiration from that when I travel around. I don't even see who is who. I just see, oh, he is connected to Prabhupada. Oh, that's interesting. And all these devotees who are connected to Prabhupada, you can see they have a lively relationship to Prabhupada. Because they are connected to him. Through the instruction, through the service, in a practical daily life. And Prabhupada said so much. I can give you quotes from Prabhupada on everything. Everything. Then the devotee told me, everything? Well, did Prabhupada ever say something about carpets? We are sitting on a carpet, right? He was thinking, ha, ha, ha. I said, of course he did. I can give you quotes from Prabhupada talking about carpets. How to receive guests should be all white sheets, and everything should be in white to receive respectable gentlemen. In India, carpet is an issue because everybody sits on the floor. Anyway, I can go endlessly with this. There is Prabhupada commented on everything. What should pregnant ladies eat or not eat? What shall they do and not do? I can give you a lecture from Prabhupada on that. He was amazing. He was all around experienced man even. He had it all. He was a family man, he was a businessman, he was sannyasi, he was everything. There was no way how you could find Prabhupada operating in a realm which he was just theoretical. Actually, one field he said, when the first temples came about and the deities got installed, he said, he was asking him, there are many rituals how to install the deities, and Prabhupada said, I don't know anything about that because I never lived in a temple. But my godbrothers, they never preached and they lived in a temple all the time, go to them and ask about that. He said that. Otherwise, Prabhupada just cooking, oh my God. Whoever learned cooking from Prabhupada became first-class cook, but pretty traumatized. They said, oh, in front of Prabhupada cooking, it was like, he was so precise and he was so expert. It was just, one of my godbrother taught me how Prabhupada was teaching him how to make chapati. And he said, I learned how to make some chapati. But when he made a chapati, it was like an art. It was like, And Prabhupada was like, la, 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 la. He said, how does he do that? Shlokas, lecturing. My God, the amount of shlokas Prabhupada could remember. Unbelievable. And devotees even try to memorize and remember, and some of them are pretty good. But you cannot compete with Prabhupada. Management. You try to cheat Prabhupada. Good luck. Oh. Even American businessmen were flipping out. He said, where does this old Indian came from? He cheated me. And Prabhupada said, no, it's business. I could tell you stories, detailed stories. Prabhupada was laughing. You Americans, you should teach me how to make business. You are the most rich nation in the whole world. And I'm coming here from poor India, from a third world country. I'm teaching you how to make business. Medicine. My God, that was Prabhupada's profession. Oh, you could come, Prabhupada, what shall we take for heat stroke? Prabhupada, what shall we take for this digestion and all this? Oh, I could say some funny stories in connection to that, but it's a little bit controversial, yeah. This is for his servant. His servant was suffering because His digestion was not working properly. Prabhupada said, I have a solution to that. Bring me a paper. So he said, you take 1 kilo grapes, 1.5 kilo grapes, this amount of sugar, you squeeze the grapes, push it all in a glass with the sugar, and let it stand in the sun for this and this period of time. Then you sift it and drink it. And the servant said, Prabhupada, this is a recipe how to make wine. And Prabhupada said, wine is good for digestion. Please don't copy this. I'm not advertising here wine production, okay? But Prabhupada was practical. You know? That's just medical, okay? This is a medical thing. So, I mean, there's so many things. Just be close to Prabhupada. You kept on learning all the time. All the time learning. And this is just practical stuff. What to speak of spiritual issues? Prabhupada could just reveal, he just gave a glimpses of the spiritual world. Devotees were going, wow. But they didn't know that Prabhupada was reporting from reality. He was a reporter. He was reporting what they are doing in a spiritual world. I saw Prabhupada in a form which not many saw. That was the last time he was in England. He was not reporting anymore. He was living it in front of us. He lost control. Because a preacher is very careful what you serve to people so they may not misunderstand or cheaply copy or commit offenses. So he's very careful. Prabhupada was very careful with that. But when last time I saw him, he was gone. He was rocked by one spiritual ecstasy to another. He was not relating to anything, to this material world. For him, it was all Krishna. It was all Krishna's here. I saw Prabhupada sitting silence, was such a silence. We didn't know what's going on. We were just sitting there, and then a bird was singing shortly, just chirping outside. Prabhupada immediately broke in ecstasy. That was, for him, that was Golokadam. That was not London. That was not a material bird. That was a sound from the spiritual world. I mean, it was to see this. It's just like, we were like, wow. That must be a really amazing place. Here we are all like, I feel something. What do you feel? Very dull place. Our vision very, very covered. But spiritual world, spiritual senses and spiritual consciousness, it's Ananda Buddhivardhanan. It's expanding over and over in color, form, sound, everything. And it's active constantly. There's no such a thing like dull matter. No. It's all alive. And that we get a glimpse when you saw Prabhupada being in a spiritual world. But we couldn't understand anything of this. We just saw it exists. It's amazing. So that was Prabhupada all the time. He was in a spiritual world, but mercifully visiting us here, sharing something with us. Otherwise, he was in a spiritual world. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so sorry I overdid it.
Thank you for this wonderful lecture. We will continue with short kirtan. We have time for kirtan, short kirtan. Okay, we continue with short kirtan, se pravi, nadaljujemo s kratkim kirtanom.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Bol. Doesn't work. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Radhe Radhe Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare